Welcome to my channel Anglopedia. In my previous video, we have started Act 3, Scene 2. I've done Part 1 as I told you. Today I'm going to do Part 2. Please be ready with the book, children. And let me say again, if you like my channel, please subscribe it. So we are going to start after that song that Portia sang, then Bassanio. So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. So here Bassanio, after seeing the casket of gold, he is saying the outward appearance of an object is not reliable index of its true quality. It is usual for people to judge things by their external appearance. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the soul of evil. Then he is saying, in a law court, even a false and corrupted case can be given the appearance of truth by an eloquent lawyer that will hide its inward weakness by its words. In religion, what damned error, but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. Then he is saying, in matter of religion, even an impious theory is given a sacred look or a sacred character by a pious looking priest if he manages to hide the badness with fair and colored words. There is no vice so simple but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward parts. Even the most simple vice has some outward resemblance to virtue. And evil can always be dressed by attractive to deceive people. How many cowards whose hearts are all as false as tears of sand, where yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars. Then again he says, there are many cowards in this world who have the strength in them like the steps of sand, but they put on the airs of bravery and courage or heroism. They pretend to possess the courage of Hercules and the fighting skill of Mars, who inward searched have livers white as milk, but their cowardice to is exposed when it's come to test. As the Elizabethan people believed that the white liver, that is the white like milk, they believe that the white liver is the origin of the cowardice and the red liver shows the courage of the person. So he says here that have livers white as milk. When the time comes, you'll find these courageous people has the livers white as milk, which is the sign of cowardice. And these assumes but valor's excrement. They only possess the outward growth of valor that is bared, to give them the appearance of fearful warriors. Look on beauty, and you shall see it is purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature. Then it talks about the beautiful ladies that consider beauty. It can be bought with money. From the chemist shop, the objects which will beautify a person can be bought from the chemist shop. It then works miracle and transform the users most beautifully. But the wearers, those who put on those chemical things which they bought from the chemist shop, they are the heaviest, because they go on putting many chemical things to beautify themselves, which is very heaviest makeup, but they do not become heavier, but are the lightest in character, most immoral. So are those crisped, snaky, golden locks which make such wanton gambols with the wind. It is the same with the curly golden hair which women bought with money. Gambols with the wind upon the supposed fairness, often known to be the dowry of the second head, the skull that bred them in the sepulchre. Then he talks about the curly hair, plays beautifully with the wind. The curly hairs which are hanging from the temple, they are beautifully playing with the wind and increase the beauty of the person. But however, this hair does not belong to the women wearing it, but to some other women who has long been dead and lying buried in the grave. Thus, ornament is but the guide sword to the most dangerous sea. Then he says, this external decoration proves deceptive, which can be compared with the treacherous sea, sword of a dangerous sea. The beauteous scarf wearing an Indian beauty. Then he says that beautiful the Indian lady, mostly he is talking about the Indian lady, that the person, or it may be compared with a splendid colored veil that hides the dark face of an Indian beauty. For what? It is used by clever, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Why do they put that color veil? To hide their original color. Why do they do? It is used by the clever, deceitful persons to mislead and throw dust into the eyes of even the experienced people. Therefore, thou gaudy gold, therefore you glittering gold, hard food for Midas, which proved to be the very hard food for Midas, who is a wealthy king in the Greek mythology. I will none of thee, none of thee. So I will not have any of these. Well, now he talks about the silver. Why he doesn't want the silver? Thou pale and common drudge between man and man. He's saying to the silver casket that you are an ordinary slave which are passing from hand to hand, because silver is used as a coin. which pass from man to man. So you are not faithful to anyone. But thou meager lead, which rather threatenest than dost promise aught, thy pellis moves me more than eloquence. Then he tells about the lead. The lead says to hazard rather than promising anything. Lead's paleness moves Bassanio's heart than the eloquent promises done by the gold and silver. So, and here choose I. So he chooses the lead casket. Be the joy, be the consequence, and let my this selection bring the happiness. My this choice bring the happiness to me. After his speech, Portia is very happy that Bassanio has selected the right casket. So she is talking to herself, she is overwhelmed with joy. But in her this speech we find she is worried that her happiness, lot of happiness may make her sick. So what she says, she is talking to herself. How all the other passions flit to air as doubtful thoughts. So she is saying, all my emotions had disappeared in the air. Which are emotions? As feeling of doubt, the feeling of doubt, rashly deceived, and shuddering fear, shivering fear, and green-eyed jealousy. Green-eyed jealousy, here jealousy is personified, children, a figure of speech. Jealousy is compared with a monster. Oh love. Then she says, these are the feelings she had, the doubt, jealousy, or the rashly conceived. That as she says, then she says, oh love, be moderate. Here love is also personified, children. So saying love, please be medium, reduce yourself, control this excess of happiness, allay the ecstasy, control this excess happiness, in measure reign thy joy. Pour down this joy, to moderate or to limit it. Scan this excess, limit my this excess happiness. I feel too much thy blessing. I feel your blessings too much for me. Make it less, reduce it. For fear I survey. Because I have a fear that I may fall sick with lot of happiness. So children, today this video I'm going to stop here, otherwise it will be too lengthy. Again I'll continue in my next video. Please observe it, try to see it. Thank you children.